Okay, in this project, what you're basically going to do is familiarize yourself with webcasting. What webcasting could be useful for example, you can, if you decide to do an after-school session between 2 and 3 and students can't make it, they can actually access your presentation via their smartphone. To do that via your smartphone, you go to the website to the smartphone, and there's a program called Collaborate, which allows them to use their smartphone to access your presentation. You could do review sessions if you're an AP teacher or Regents instructor, and if you're the type of teacher that comes in on the weekend or stays late after school, you could actually use this technology to make it a lot easier for yourself to do the same type of presentation. And the way it works, what you do is you go to Tools, which is just like we did in the beginning of the year, which when we did this thing called Coursesites Live, which I was showing you what it would look like if you were a student. And you go to Tools and you click Coursesites Live. And what will happen, it will upload a Java program to your computer, which will allow you to do this webcast. The only thing is a lot of the antivirus programs might try to block it, and you would see that command on the top. If you wait a few seconds and you don't see Java load, all you do is click relaunch, and it should allow that to take place. And it might ask you to upload something or run something. Just say yes, and what you should see, it upload a program called Collaborate or Collaborate Launcher. Now on this machine that I'm on now, for some reason I don't recall if I did upload that, so it looks like I didn't. So it's uploading it, and you can see on the bottom it's counting down the number of seconds for the upload. But what will happen when you click relaunch or you click Coursesites Live, it will upload a Java program to your machine, and then you'll be able to do this webcast. So we're going to wait a few seconds, which that's typically as long as it should take. Your browser, your virus program might try to say, what is this trying to do this? Just keep saying yes, install, and you should be in good shape. This is a machine that I'm using at home, and it's installing the Blackboard Collaborate Launcher. And what this is basically a webcasting system that anyone can use as long as this program is allowed to be installed. And you'll see a series of windows that could pop up. And then this is the worst scenario. Typically the machine, the computer that I use already has it installed. I just wanted to show you the type of things that could happen when you try to install it. At school, it should not go through this whole process because they already have the Java that you need installed. It could happen on your home computer if your Java is not updated. Okay, so that's what we're trying to. And you'll see a window that says Meeting Collaborate, sasilluminate.com, which is basically the site that it uses to do the webcast. Okay, so when you click it, you'll see this upload take place, and hopefully eventually you'll get to what we call Coursesites Live. So again, you'll see things like Blackboard Collaborate upload. These are all safe programs that are used by the colleges. There's no viruses on them. There's nothing to fear of it uploading. Eventually, you see a window that says Blackboard Collaborate. My firewall is saying, do you want it to go? And I said yes. And what you'll see on this is you'll see that it's showing that Mark Langella is loaded, and I'm Marsilio Langella. Mark Langella is basically, this is a dummy account that I created so that you can see what it would look like when your students are online. And there's a lot of features here, okay, that can take place. Now, I logged on as Mark Langella through my cell phone, and you can see that because in the window here, by my name, you'll see the icon that represents a cell phone or a smartphone is being utilized. Now, if your student wants to communicate to you, they can send you either a text on their smartphone. If they send a text, I'm going to type testing or hello, do my cell phone text, and I will see hello written down here next to the student's name, the time that he made the comment. So if they had a question, that question would show up here. They can also, you can control whether you allow them to speak by allowing these on now. All the icons are on right now, but I could stop that. If I could put an X on his microphone, I could put an X on his video. If he tries to send video, I can control what the student can do. Typically, when the students come in, you shut everything off, right? And you don't allow them to write on there, won't allow them to do anything. Okay, so you have complete control, except they could text you. And then if you want them to answer the question, you could turn on their speaker. Okay, you could control everyone being turned on or off from up here, well, the whole class at one time. So I could just click these things and it'll automatically shut everyone off or on, depending on what I want them to do. If a student wants to ask a question, typically what they'll do is they have an icon just like you do here where they can raise their hand. So it shows that I'm raising my hand from my text phone. And then I could basically have them answer the question or turn on their microphone where they could just speak over their smartphone to you. Okay? Up here, you basically have like a walkie-talkie. If I push talk, it allows me to speak. Now you're getting the feedback from my smartphone, but everyone that's online would hear me. I could also send the video, which you see a small little icon here of the video, and also the student, I can allow them to send the video. Okay. What else is there? Well, there's a whole bunch of things. I could write on this blackboard using just like a smart board. I can use pens. I can write a text box and write inside the text box. I can take an image that's already built in, a clip art. There's all kinds of math relations, math operations, graphs, statistics, all kinds of things I could put on the whiteboard. I could also take a picture and place it on my desktop on the whiteboard. So whatever's on my desktop, I could take an image of that. And then there's a whole bunch of other powerful tools that I have used over the years for teleconference and webcasts. Okay? Up here on the top as a teacher, you'll see that if I want the whiteboard, I click this. If I want to present the whiteboard, I can also do application sharing. What that does is I can click share my desktop and everyone would see whatever's on my desktop. Now I can also stop that and go back. I can pause the desktop. I can stop the desktop sharing. Okay. I could take a picture of whatever I have on my desktop. Okay. That's what I did just now and put that on the desktop. So there's all kinds of things you can do. There's all kinds of things you can do. I can clear this board by just clicking delete page, right? And start off with a new page. I can control the size of the page. Okay. I can also create a side private page and then move the private page to the public page. I can also, if I have a whole bunch of students, I can load a PowerPoint presentation. That's what load content will do. I can actually record the session. So as I'm writing, I can click record and it'll actually record the session of whatever I'm presenting. You could do that also and save it just like on your whiteboard. I could create new pages that I could save as I go through. And I could click from page to page using these icons here on the top. I could also do something very unique. I can, if you look up here, all the commands that I basically went over are listed on the top here. I could do things like I could create breakout rooms where I can allow participants to move to specific breakout rooms if I want them to work on specific problems. I can create breakout rooms under tools, which is a very powerful tool that I have actually used in class. Because I have a set of laptops, I put them in groups and put them in breakout rooms and then presented what they worked on in class. Very powerful tool. Okay, so I can create these breakout rooms up here. So I could go up here and create breakout rooms, give breakout room numbers. Then I can move participants to specific breakout rooms. I could divide them into groups of how many I want. So there's a lot of powerful tools here that you can play with. In this project, what I want you to do is turn on Coursesites Live and familiarize yourself with all the buttons. Okay? Go on top here, and you're going to basically look at all the different commands that's possible. Show how you can file transfer, show multimedia library, show how you can control the chat room. Okay, so you want to play around with the buttons. You have a week to do this, and you want to basically familiarize yourself with many of the icons that are present. I could also, just to let you know, I could also go to the internet and show things from the internet. I could click Web Tour and click in a website and upload that. I'm not too keen on that feature because you do need speed on the internet to do that. But remember that whatever you project, everyone on their smartphone will see. Okay, if they're on a computer, they can actually participate on the whiteboard. The only negative about using the smartphone, they can't write on the whiteboard, but they can view whatever's on the whiteboard, and they can communicate via chatting and microphone. So what I want you to do is familiarize yourself, and what we're going to do is you're going to get an email stating the dates that you're going to create a short 5-minute presentation using Coursesites Live. You're going to invite your students to attend your session. The session must be between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and it's going to be in the next 2 weeks. So it's either going to be the next Wednesday or the following Wednesday, which you're going to do the short 5-minute presentation. Obviously, I am registered in everyone's account, so I will be a student that will be attending. And all you're going to do is give me a short 5-minute presentation showing me that you know how to use the Coursesites Live feature. And that's basically the next project. So have fun. Spend this week playing with the buttons and showing the kind of things you're going to do. And then email when you're going to do your presentation.